Hey. Alright, welcome. I'm hoping this works. But I see my chat's not working, so I'm having a problem. So I gotta fix chat first. I don't know why it's not working. I know why. Hold on. But I see my chat's not working, so... Bear with me a moment. Technical difficulties. All right, there we go. And it's working. It's not going to be the best chat in the world, but at least it's working. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I do see it's working. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, MJ. So, tonight was fun. I went out with some friends. We had a good time. And something was bugging me kind of like all day. But I didn't have time to go over it before. I didn't have time to go over it earlier. And I said, you know what? Maybe when I get home. And I was even like, we were out and I was thinking about this. And it's just really been bugging me. So let me say hi to everyone. What's up, members, Patreon subs, new subs, old subs, everyone in between. Can I ask how old you are? I'm 52 and look like one of your melted candles. I'm actually 50. I just turned 51. Thank you, MJ. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I actually thought I lost a bunch of subs last night. And I was like, why did I lose so many subs? And then I looked and it said that they're removing the spam. They're removing like spam accounts. And I was like, yes, finally, they're doing something about the damn bots. So lots of things going on tonight. I heard it was pretty dead. I heard like nothing was going on. So... it's actually a new setup. It's not a new screen. It's actually a new setup. Hey, Claire. Hey, Catlin. What's up, Mike? Long time no see. I am not 46. I am 51. I just got accused today of being someone else and being a mod for Laura over at the Life Coach channel. Not by her, by a mod. Let me guess, Heidi, right? I've never seen anything like all this craziness. Thank you, Rainey. Never seen anything like all this craziness. I'm telling you, people have lost their motherfucking minds. I swear to you. Oh, wasn't that? Everyone's a mod for me. I have very few mods. I have tons of Patreons that aren't mods. Like, I'm very, like, I have the same mods, and it's almost like, why fix something that's not broken? Don called Cher. Why? Don hates Cher. MGL called... law enforcement on Don? Why? They can't say you're... Oh, they do, though, Banjo. They do anyway. Why did Marissa call... Thank you, Dave. Why did Marissa call Ellie on Don? I don't know. I've heard conflicting stories. Hey, Hash Brown. I've heard conflicting stories. Some say she did, some say she didn't. Let me just tell you, though, some of the people in her chat are out of their fucking minds. That's what started this live. In support of no thanks. What? Hold up. So... Marissa called law enforcement on Don for no thanks, and then Benny went nuts? What? Don was going off on Cher and said he had guns or some bullshit. Now everyone is calling the police. Why? She called the police and so did Doug. Okay. Don said but Doug and Don don't live anywhere near each other. Either does Cher. Cher doesn't live anywhere near him either. Benny got swatted. Okay, so let me get this straight. Marissa threatened, let's go through it, and this has nothing to do with my life. Marissa threatens to call CPS on Cam and Allie. I convince her not to. Then CPS gets called on Marissa. Don threatens Cher, and Benny gets swatted. And now Marissa calls the police on Don? What? Like, follow the dots. It doesn't even make sense. Police hung up on Doug. Okay. I guess no, not all this happened tonight. I'm saying just follow, like, the path. It's kind of weird. Because swatting Don and Candace, saying Don has guns, so Ellie get there urgent. Thank you, Ula. Poland, woo woo. Thank you. Don did not threaten Cher. So why is everybody calling the fucking police? That did not happen. No, that is how things went down. What that led to tonight, I don't know. I wasn't around. But I'm saying that the timeline I just gave, that is everything that happened. Don said he had guns in his bed. All right, first Benny got swatted. Second, Benny went live. Don and Candace went as live. Then Cher went live and Don called, didn't know he was live, and he said he had guns. Okay. Slow down, Remy, getting her mixed up. No, Music Mom just gave me a pretty good thing. Doug called Ellie on Don and then threatened the Ellie of not taking his claim serious. Then MGL and crew told everyone to call to report Don of suicide. And Benny also has been swatted and his kid was there. Wow. I'm staying far away from all of that. They're all like one big fucking mess.
Hola.
Hey, hon.
Woo!
Go to bed.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you.
And no Michael tonight. Molly thinks Don's going to self-harm, so Molly called the cops. I don't believe that at all whatsoever. She wants to get him in jail. I absolutely don't believe that's why she called the police. Sorry, just not buying it. Just because Don said he had guns in his bed. Why? Like, why are they bothering? Stop getting Ellie involved. See, that's the shit I don't agree with. I'll never agree with stuff like that. It's a mess and dangerous, I agree. Drama for your mama. That's what it seems like. Don cursed Cher like a dog, then spoke to her dad. And in combo, Don said he had guns in his bed because he scared people coming for him. Okay, see, that's a different story. Now we just changed the narrative. Thank you. Thank you for understanding, for giving me the actual narrative. So the narrative is he doesn't have guns because he's trying to hurt himself. He says he has guns because he's afraid other people are after him. That makes logical sense. Yeah, that makes logical sense. But to call, Doug was live with over 1,000 people and put the number up and told everyone to call. Why? Why? Do we not know what actually went on with the heels on the ground, and went there and threatened him and had him fired, I would have a fucking gun too. Let's be real. I mean, really, let's be real. Wouldn't you have a gun there? I would. I would most certainly have a gun there for protection. Why is everybody calling the police? That is insane to me. Donna's worried because motorcyclists... No, I heard they canceled. I highly doubt Donna's I don't think Don's a danger to himself. Like, what do they want this man to do? Seriously, what do they expect him to do? Do you think that if you call the police on him, he's going to tell you where Summer is? Do you think if you just push him hard enough... Like, if he does do something to hurt himself, it's because of people that are calling the police on him. That's why he would do that. Like, do people not realize what they're doing? And this is why I get so aggravated that he won't speak to me. Like, this is the exact reason. So you associate with people like Doug and Marissa, people that do not want to actually speak to you. They'd rather call the cops on you. But you won't speak to me. Gotcha. 10 bikers came through today. Okay. Bikers said they were going to shake the truth out of him. 10 bikers showed it. Yeah, but they didn't do anything. They're going to force him into something dangerous. Exactly. Clicks and views, I agree. Doug got mad. Yeah, but he used to be on Doug's panel. Doug told Hawkins County that if they don't go to Don's, they're going to have another Gabby Petito on their hands. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ellie said it was not enough to get a warrant, and Doug got angry. Why does Doug care? Like, seriously, why does Doug care? Doug, mind your business. Don't talk to him. Don't worry about it. There are a bunch of unhinged people. Thank you, Debbie. And curses them out. It doesn't make sense. Doug is drinking. He's a violent drunk. Oh, is that what it is? But we already got back. That rain killed our Sunday. Yeah, it did. All right. Don said he felt like the cyclists were making him feel threatened. Thank you, Huam. Police told Doug to FTFO, and now he's crying like a baby. So he's drunk. Don needs to call in to me. That's who Don needs to talk to. Getting involved in people's real lives could be dangerous. I agree with that. Exactly. Hiding my electronic device and getting to know my hubby. I gotta clean this weekend. I'm so disappointed in all of them. Like, why are they bothering? Leave Don alone. Like, this has gone so left field that I don't even know if it could ever get back, to be honest. I really don't. Case we discussed on YouTube shouldn't get personal. I agree with that too. I don't like Doug. And if he's drunk, I definitely don't like him. I definitely don't want to watch someone who's drunk. It is exactly, Kiki. It's entertainment to them. Exactly. Oh, did I thank you for the super chat? I did. Thank you, Debbie. Kim, I deleted her. She was talking shit about me in another live. Bye. See ya. Go back over there. You don't need to be here. Doug said his family were higher up in LE than the officer. He spoke. Yeah, I can't with Doug. I just can't. Doug called out all creatives put their differences aside and call in on Don. That's disgusting. Exactly. Poor Summer. How are they going to feel if Don is innocent? If it comes back that Don has nothing to do with it? But let me tell you, this is where my live begins, okay? Yeah. I'm going to play something from Marissa's live yesterday. Someone asked me to listen to this live to see if she was doing some kind of fundraiser or whatever. Someone just asked me to listen to it. I heard this part and I fucking cringed. And I was like, you know what? It's people like this that's the problem in true crime. People like this should not be in true crime. I'm going to play you both parts. Hold on. Oh, please tell me I didn't shut it down. Fuck. Oh, no, here it is. Oh, no. Was this it? No, it's not it. Hang on. All right.
Okay, I'm a moron. Yes, I self-ejected. Hold on, I found it. Hold on. YouTube. Okay.
But I love you so much.
Old house, they were brand.
He did work for him. He is no longer working for him, and that he would not answer any of our questions about where that construction site is.
I know where it is.
He is working with the FBI and the TVA.
You do?
With regards to.
I was there. I put up a video. Or did I?
And I got a message for that young man.
And he gave some very interesting information. Just when we thought we heard and seen it all in the summer.
All right.
You know, I don't know if it's true.
Is she an OG drama chick?
Yeah, from the drama community.
Okay, so let me put a little like disclaimer on this. I don't know what you want to call it, but Chasing Truth had played this guy's video, Not Evil Exists, the original video. There is absolutely no truth to anything this guy is saying, and anyone who listens to it can fully agree with that and understand that this guy is full of shit. He's like back on day 1 of the case instead of, day 297 or whatever we're on, 222. And it was easily debunked. Listen, and the guy is a reporter for some bullshit, anchor. His reporting is off. It's so bad. But listen to what this girl calls in and says. I'm telling you, I wanted to scream. And I don't even think Molly bought it.
I don't pay attention to. I've never seen any of her videos. I'm not interested in the drama bitches.
Yeah, she talked a lot of crap about you.
Well, that's their job in the drama community.
Yeah.
I could not care less. She's nothing to me.
I didn't think she was anything to you.
I
was just wanting to know what the topic was today.
Okay, Skyline News, by the way, is owned by Fox News. Just so you know. It is the international Fox News. The interesting thing, though, is that Fox News, Sky News or Skyline News or whatever, just not reputable.
Yeah.
What to expect in Rogersville?
Rogersville, I don't know. He's going to probably go to jail for a long time.
Okay,
You were right at the watering hole.
okay, I can't talk to him. I'm sorry. Hi, Shay. How are you?
Hey, Marissa, real quick.
Sure.
If you watched the recent Evil Exists video,
Right.
you have a gift. You were right at the watering hole, what you felt. Apparently, I don't know if it's true, but if you watch Evil Exists, it's only about a 2-minute video. Apparently, Dawn called a man 3 hours after Summer went missing and told him she drowned at the watering hole. And
Okay, so now she's saying what the reporter said. But the reporter said, allegedly. She's saying that it was said as fact. Okay? Oh, Sky News is different. And so that makes it even worse, that if they're different. So she's saying that, exactly, Mountain, that, oh my God, did you see this news? You were right. You're just so smart. Okay, watch.
She's supposedly at his construction site that he was working at. And this is investigated by 3 law officers.
Okay, this was investigated by 3 law officers. Let's pull something out of the sky. Nothing was investigated by 3 law officers. That's lie number 1. Okay, I don't know where she got that from. I haven't watched Evil Exist, but that is a blatant fucking lie.
That he explains it all in the video, but if you can watch it real quick.
And this is the one Don Wells gave details? So here it is.
Just when we thought we heard, and seeing it all in the Summer
All right,
Wells
hold
case,
on.
from John and Candace fighting on live stream, to the church removing all footage of Summer from their website, and
Hold
completely
on.
changing the way they broadcast their church services, some new and strange information comes to light. The
Okay.
information we're about to talk about comes in the form of a Facebook video on the Skyline News Facebook page. They have more than
Okay.
51,000 followers, and a news website too.
All right.
According to
So, Skyline News. I happened to do a video the other day with Skyline News. And I was streaming Skyline News on, like, Facebook.
website, Skyline News is an investigative news team dedicated to truth, fast, and fair and balanced reporting. Skyline covers all of Western North Carolina, and their journalists include 6 investigators. 3 with law
Okay. So,
He's explaining who the guy is that's going to give the information.
okay.
enforcement and legal backgrounds. 1 with forensic computer skills, and 2 with under
So they're trying to make this guy credible. This guy is an idiot. There's nothing credible about what he's saying, and I'm going to explain why.
computer skills. So it seems like a one journalist that works there does these opinion videos on different cases, and he gave some very interesting information recently.
Wow.
He said that he spoke to a young man who claims
So what he's trying to do, though, he's trying to justify saying that what this guy is saying is truth. So forget law enforcement, forget anything law enforcement says, because we're going to go by some fucking reporter who's back on day 1.
to have spoken to Don Wells just 3 hours after Summer went missing.
He claims to have spoken to a gentleman 3 hours after Summer went missing. Okay.
Yes, you heard me right. 3 hours after Summer went missing. Don was concerned about Summer and spoke about a book and the sacrifice. The young man further told the journalist that he needs to check out the horse pond because Summer accidentally drowned. The man
Oh my God.
also told this reporter to check the last construction site that Don was working at. I'm going to play the video now and would like your
Oh my God, I was at that house.
Okay, so now she's buying into the fact that she was at the house that they were constructing and Summer's buried there somewhere. That's what this news reporter said. So the news reporter must have heard this, but I guess LE never heard it. I guess, you know, the FBI, the 6,000 officers that were in the search for Summer Wells, I guess they never heard it either. But, you know, this reporter heard it. That's how credible this is.
You want to know something, Shay? Shay, you there?
Yeah, listen to what the guy says. It's crazy.
All right. Listen, I don't want to get people worked up, but there's a video of me in front of 2 houses with Dudley and the heels, and I'm looking at that house, and I'm like,
I'm not saying you're a psychic or something,
no, I'm not, definitely not.
but your feelings were on point if this is true. So this guy that's about to talk is ex-law enforcement, and he does reporting now.
opinion on it.
We had an opportunity to meet at the young
Thank you, who knows? Thank you. Because that was exactly what I was thinking. Don wasn't working on that house 7 months ago. And if she died that night and that's where she was buried, he wasn't working there. But good try. But this is what we're dealing with.
man. And I got a message for that young man at the end of this here, and I'll share it with you. But that young man had a story to tell. And he told me, right out there in his driveway, after we were told to go see this person. And let me remind you, you've been looking for a red Toyota truck. To put in the back of it, right? With some ladders in the back.
Chad Nesbitt, that's what
We
this
told him to go
is.
see this person, and we spoke with this person. And this person said that we should go to the horse pond. And he said that he spoke with Don Wells, which is the father of Summer Wells, in approximately 3 hours, is what he said, after she was gone missing. And that Mr. Wells had concerns about his daughter, but he talked about a book and talked about a sacrifice, okay? A sacrifice.
A sacrifice.
That's what this man told me. So I'm just firsthand. He says he spoke with him directly 3 hours.
Thank you, Sunflower.
And I say this as a reporter because that's important here in just a minute. So he goes on and says, you need to go check out the horse pond. And I said, where is the horse pond? He says, it's at Warrior Path. And that is kind of like state park kind of thing where families go, they go horseback riding, they go in the lake out there and ride around and then swim and so forth like this. But there is a certain area where a lot of families go that is a campsite area. And then there's another area that is a horse area. But other families go there to swim occasionally, okay?
Kiki, exactly. Exactly. The misinformation, and Evil Exist has way more subs than I do. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's like 40,000 subs, if I'm not mistaken. But he definitely has way more subs than I do. And I can't believe that he is literally trying to put this out there as fact. So again, let's just wipe out 6,000 FBI agents and everybody that spoke to Don and everyone that interviewed Don. We're just going to completely annihilate them. They're all dumb, all 6,000 of them. FBI, TBI, local police, police that came in from other places. We're just going to completely eliminate them as they're all idiots. But Evil Exists and his buddy, that's who we're going to believe. Okay.
But he says that, this is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says that he was led to believe, okay?
He was led to believe
that this is what he thinks has happened. That, be careful how I word this, that this is what he said. And I'm recording you what he said. He said that Summer Wells drowned at that horse pond. And when she drowned at that horse pond, the mother was upset about it and freaked out. And it was apparently an accident, okay? And in that accident...
Now let me also say, this is the problem, okay? You have a guy like this... And can someone tell me how many subs he has? He has a lot. 25,000. 25,500. I could see it in the bottom of his screen. 25,000 subs. He's got 1,000 thumbs up for this video. So a lot of people watched it. I can't see the views. But a lot of people watched it. So he's putting it out there. People are buying it. With 1,000 thumbs up, people are buying it. He's basically stating that he knows for a fact that Don buried his daughter. And then you wonder why Don has a gun for protection. You're causing Don to need a gun for protection because you're putting it out there like it's fact. And it's already been proven that this guy is a fucking moron. But you're putting it out there as fact. That's not fair to Don. That's not fair to Candace. But you want views and subs, so you're just going to put this out there. But then you're going to call the cops when Don gets a gun to protect himself. Make that make sense.
But they brought the body home. Apparently nobody wanted to know anything was...
Oh my God, Shay.
Yep.
What's going on? That's what I got. And I asked that man that. Is that what you're saying? Nobody wanted to know? They didn't want anybody to know what was going on? He said yes. So he goes on. He says, I would go check the last construction site that...
Oh my God.
Mr. Wells worked at. And I said, okay, do you know where it is? He says, no.
I do. I went there.
And he was very adamant. He said, no, just no. And that was it. And so I called. I put around, and some neighbors that were in the area told me where Mr. Wells worked at. And it was for a Tucker building company. And I called Mr. Roger Tucker, who is the owner of that building company, and Mr. Tucker told us that he did work for him, he is no longer working for him, and that he would not answer any of our questions about where that construction site is. But
I know where it is.
He is working with the FBI and the TBI.
You do?
In regards to...
I was there. I put up a video. Or did I?
No, I saw you. That was the one he's talking about?
Do you remember him standing in front of the two houses?
Marissa, he didn't work there 7 months ago. It's a completely different house.
Did I put it up? Did I see it? Did I put that video up? Didn't I put a video up of me standing and he was on the ground talking to Dudley? Dudley, it's two houses. This is the one where this is the one Don was working at, and then this is the one that...
Didn't Dudley say that Don poured the cement too early?
I don't remember that.
He said it on some interview.
It's the one that Dudley got fired at. Yes. It's not an old house. They were brand new. They were beautiful houses, beautiful small houses.
So apparently, just so you know, if you want, whenever, the full video of that guy is down in the link, and I think he talks about that red truck because he mentions it. I don't know what he says about it because I haven't watched it. I just was like, oh my God, if this is true, Marissa, you felt it. You knew it when you were at that pond. But I love you so much, and I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
All right.
Okay. So people like this girl, Shay44, are buying into this complete bullshit. I can't do a better version of I personally can't do a better version of commentary like the one I'm going to play of how pathetic this video is. So bear with me. Thank you, Mike. Okay.
No. Drowned. Like.
Mr. Ponder, the sheriff down there?
No, I got you.
Okay. So you're going to hear voices in the back. It is, hi, Kristen. It is Chasing Truth. But you guys, you got to hear this original. I don't know where she got the original audio from. I wish I had it. I don't. If someone has it, send it to me. But her commentary is on point.
What was his name? EY Ponder? Y'all remember that guy? Somebody tell me you do. Somebody tell me that. Because back in the days of Madison County politics, you could pretty much get away with anything. There are elections in Madison County, and everybody knows this, and this has been talked about for several years. And it's because of all the meth that's going around down there. It is so bad. There's some mean people down there. Go there to swim. And in that accident...
All right, here we go. Listen carefully.
A horse area, but other families go there to swim occasionally. Take out there and ride around and swim and so forth like this. But there is a certain area where a lot of families go that is a campsite area, and then there's another.
We know all about the horse pond, bro.
Man told me.
All right, here we go.
We were told to go see this person, and we spoke with this person. And this person said that we should go to the horse pond, and he said that he spoke with Don Wells, which is the father of Summer Wells, approximately 3 hours is what he said, after she was gone missing. And that Mr. Wells had concerns about his daughter, but he talked about a book and talked about a sacrifice, okay? A sacrifice. That's what this man told me. So this is firsthand. He says he spoke with him directly 3 hours. Then he tells me as a reporter. And I say this as a reporter because that's important here in just a minute. So he goes on and says, you need to go check out the horse pond. And I said, where is the horse pond? He says, it's at Warrior Path. And that is kind of like a state park kind of thing.
So this guy that's talking is the genius that these people are running with. That this guy knows what he's talking about. He doesn't say it as fact. He says from what he heard, which makes it hearsay. I was told that Summer was kidnapped by aliens. Okay? That's what I believe. Who's going to run with that story and go crazy and say she was kidnapped by aliens? Because it's the same thing. That's essentially what this guy is saying. But then you have someone like Evil Exist who runs with it, takes it as the Bible, and oh my God, that's what happened. This is not good reporting at all whatsoever. A good reporter doesn't use hearsay. Never have, never will. A good reporter covers their facts. They don't tell a story like this based on hearsay. They just don't.
Where families go, they go horseback riding, they go in the lake out there and ride around and swim and so forth like this. But there is a certain area where a lot of families go that is a campsite area. And then there's another area.
Thank you, Sarah.
A horse area. But other families go there to swim occasionally, okay? But he says that this is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says that he was led to believe, okay, that this is.
He what? He what?
Swim occasionally, okay? But he says that this is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says that he was led to believe, okay, that this is what he thinks has happened. That
What? Did he what?
What he thinks happened. Not what happened, what he thinks happened.
go that is a campsite area, and then there's another area that is a horse area, but other families go there to swim occasionally, okay? But he says that this is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says.
And I'm sorry, but anybody that says that's what he said 5 times tells me you're trying to convince yourself or you're trying to convince your audience that this does not fall on you, that this is all what he said. Don't kill the messenger. He's reiterating that 5 times in one sentence. That tells me that he's just trying really hard to convince everybody it's him. It's him, not me. It's him.
That he was led to believe, okay, that this is what he thinks has happened. That, I have to be careful how I word this. That this is what he said. And I'm reporting to you what he said.
Right, we know.
He said that Summer Wells drowned at that horse pond. And when she drowned at that horse pond,
What happened? Tell me.
the mother was upset about it and freaked out. And it was apparently it was an accident, okay? And in that accident, they brought the body home. They don't apparently nobody wanted to know anything was going on. That's what I got. And I asked.
So they brought the body home. Okay. Hey to everybody. Okay, so he brought the body home. Okay. Yes, this mystery man has warrants and from meth. The mystery man has warrants for meth. So they brought the body home. Okay.
That man, that is that what you're saying? Nobody wanted to know. They didn't want anybody to know what was going on. He said yes. So he goes on. He says, I would go check the last construction site that Mr. Wells worked at,
Which we know.
and I said, okay, do you know where it is? He says no. I said, okay, and he was very adamant about it. He said, no, just no, and that was it. And so I called around, and some neighbors that were in the area told me where Mr. Wells worked at, and it was for a Tucker building company.
Correct.
And I called Mr. Roger Tucker, who is the owner of that building company, and Mr. Tucker told us that he did work for him. He is no longer working for him, and that he would not answer any of our questions about where that could.
So he was working for him, but now he don't work for him.
Yeah, she's very low.
I wonder why that is.
With the FBI and the TBI in regards to this this entire incident.
Okay.
So, with that said,
Yeah.
we didn't know where else to go. We couldn't take our investigation anyplace else. We could not go.
You could have just asked us. We know where the construction site was, sir, where he was working. You could have just asked us, and we would have not told you.
That
Okay.
The horse pond itself, there was some confusion about where the sheriff's department actually went in with their scuba gear and was looking around.
No confusion.
The horse pond that we were told, and we got it confirmed through the park ranger that was there, that the horse pond was below the stables.
Right.
There's another area that they may have called the horse pond at some point, but where those sheriffs were is not what they call the true horse pond.
Okay.
The true.
Okay, let me tell you, I was there. You can't get past the horse stables because there is no way to get over there. It's a dead end. It goes into horse stables and that's it. The pond that we were at that's in front of the stables, that's the horse pond. We drove around the whole thing. There's nothing there. That's like the only place that you can even go swimming because it's on a hill and you can't get to any other place. That place where we were has a parking lot, place that you can pull in. No other place in there had a place to pull in. So he's lying, and I know this because I was there.
Horse pond.
Pause. So the horse pond that you found out about, the one that they were really at, is the real one. Yeah. The one that the sheriff went to. And the TBI and the FBI and the divers. It's the not right one. It's not right. It's not right. Just the one that you know about. So let's find out what he did once he had that information.
The 50B that was put out on the father of Summer Wells was by the grandmother, not the mother.
Right.
It was by the grandmother.
Are you leaving out the part where they came to the house and determined that neither one of them needed to be arrested? Are you leaving that part out, sir? I'm asking for everybody else. Go look at your room.
It's all cleaned up.
How do you know?
Because you always clean up my room when I'm gone.
And see the house.
We haven't seen the inside of the house? Anybody here who hasn't seen the inside of the house? Raise your hand. Anybody? Anybody?
We kept telling her, put down the knife.
So he got you shots from the outside. Just in case you ain't seen him yet. Because you probably want to. Okay.
This is my snack, because it's probably going to take a while.
That's what he says. In the beginning, I skipped that whole part. He said, nobody, their friends, neighbors, nobody will talk at all. So he found the meth guy. Yeah. He found the meth man, and he talked to him. Allegedly. Laura. Yes. Yes. Skyline News. Yeah. No, don't touch that, baby. Don't touch that.
It's cool though.
No. Because it'll break off. There you go. Go.
How cool.
But from the road, we can shoot video, and that's what this is. You're getting ready to see. You're going to see some blue things that are out front at the bottom of their driveway.
Honey,
that says put packages in them, and that looks like Amazon or whoever comes would put those in. That's what those are.
Right.
And it's like just a container for packages.
Yeah.
And then you're going to see a school bus up there. I
School
don't
bus.
know what that's about,
Me
unless somebody
either.
in that family's bought an old school bus. But it looks like it's just been parked up there forever.
Yeah.
You're going to see the grandmother's camper.
That'll be a
You're going to
first.
see, and if the grandmother will contact us, we'd love to talk to you. Love to talk to you.
Us too.
But if you're also going to see
I can, Janessa.
the horse pond,
Oh,
okay? And
nobody's
it'll
done
spell
that
it out
yet.
for
You should
right there at the
definitely show
bottom.
us.
You're going to see the water area. You're going to see a
water.
culvert. I'm telling you, I'm in
Culvert.
stormwater management, and that culvert is stopped up.
Right.
I think somebody needs to look in it. I think somebody needs to
Weren't you just
look at. I'm just shooting straight with you. I
Please
think
do.
there's an article of clothing that's there.
Oh.
Don't know if that has anything to do with anything or not.
Clothing.
But from what I'm
You
told,
think there's clothing.
nobody from the sheriff's department has gone down there to see that.
But didn't she?
And
oh,
I'd
the
like to know
sheriff's
why.
never seen it? So she drowned at the horse pond, and they brought her.
Okay. So Tupper says is referring to a different location. He's speaking almost word for word of the reading that Donna Serafina did. Aha. Now that kind of makes more sense. So thank you, Lucy. No. So he took Donna's reading and is repeating it. Okay?
Her home. They brought her home. Remember I asked you to remember that part? They brought her home, but the culvert. It has an article of clothing in there.
From the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department has reached back to Skyline News.
Yeah, because they're tired.
I also want to
People
ask
with
that
heels
there
on
were
the
other
ground
reporters
who
that have looked at
make a cease and desist order when they get their little feelings hurt after they harass families. They've been harassing them. Yeah. And every other YouTuber on the planet has been harassing everybody. Right? So no, Cuckoo Bird, you're on day 3. Nobody's going to talk to you. He thinks it's 6 months later. Sir, it's not 6 months later. Okay? At least get a fucking date right. Sir.
This thing, and you've done a great job.
Oh,
but
thanks. We've tried.
I think you should tell everybody why nobody wants to go on camera, because everybody's scared to death out there.
They've
They don't
literally
want
all gone on camera. Jody has her
people
own
to
Facebook
know
page.
everybody's
Sir.
business. They don't want. They're afraid somebody's going to come
Look
back
up
and do
423
something
Chase,
to
son.
them. Okay,
Allie Hunter.
you know that
Chris
this is
McDonough.
possibly
Ever heard of him?
an accident,
No.
but it's possibly that the parents didn't want anybody to know that they were going to have their kids taken away from them, which
Sure.
the boys have been taken away.
The boys have
but
been
that was
taken?
after Summer was missing.
I'm sure.
So
I'm appalled.
that's what's going on. Somebody said
Thanks for telling us.
they don't want people poking around. You're exactly right, Danielle. You're exactly right.
Sir,
And looking,
people have literally climbed the hills trying to get into their house. They've gone up there with guns.
we're missing. You got missing people. Then they're not asking us to, but we'll report it out to you, good people.
Oh.
And when we report that, we
The
start
web sleuths
putting
have
two and
found
two
22
together, and the
people
family
on
will
behalf
call
of
us
them.
and tell us what's going on. And we've been able to find them. But what we
Have
found
you?
on the smaller children,
Yeah.
a lot of times there are
Uh-huh.
a kid that would get hurt. They're not dead or anything.
Right.
They would get
Just
hurt.
Yeah.
They're not. They came from a broken family, not a good family at all.
Sad.
A lot of stuff going on in the family.
Lot.
Drugs.
Actually, the boys didn't come from a broken family, and neither did Summer. That's their mom and their dad. There is no broken family.
Excuse me, felonies, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Like the meth
And
guy.
the warrants
Oh.
on certain people in the
No.
household, and they
Like-
don't want cops, so they're snooping around.
So like the man you literally just talked to and got all this information from, allegedly. The meth man that you literally just talked to. That's who you're describing. Warrants, drugs, all the things. Could you have been talking to the suspect? Allegedly? Who knows, really, because you can't say his name because, you know, he has warrants for his arrest.
On a lot of stuff, but we've found that things were actually happened by the parents or somebody in that household when it comes to smaller children.
Did you look
and
that up on Google?
they'll put out something that I can't find my kid, and actually just ran away. But the reason they ran away was for something of bad stuff, so they were being abused.
So do you think Summer ran
And they didn't really want that out there, but yet they thought they better go find their kids,
You think Summer
and that's
ran?
what happened. So we find that happens quite a bit in these investigations.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to show you the video. I want you to pay close attention, all you internet sleuths out
Okay, now, you guys get the gist of what this guy is saying and what a complete fucking idiot he is. And I'm sorry to say that, but he really is a complete idiot. Now let's go back to how rumors start. Let's go back to Molly's guest and listen to her again. Okay, in this is for real. This guy's for real. This guy's telling the truth. Okay. Hang on.
All right, I'll be in the chat.
All right, bye. On next one.
Just after Summer went missing.
Lady.
Sure.
If you watched the recent Evil Exists video,
Right.
you have a gift. You were right at the watering hole, what you felt. Apparently, you know, I don't know if it's true, but if you watch Evil Exists, it's only about a 2-minute video. Apparently, Dawn called a man 3 hours after Summer went missing and told him she drowned at the watering hole, and she's supposedly at his construction site that he was working at. And this is investigated by 3 law officers that he explains it all in the video, but if you can watch it real quick.
And this is the one Don Wells gave details. So here it is.
That's what we thought we heard, and seen it all in the Summer
All right,
Wells
hold
case.
on.
Welcome, Janessa. So as you can see, what a fucking idiot and how things change from actual facts. But let's go to Evil Exists because I can't watch it on Molly's. Let's go to Evil Exists.
Just when we thought we heard and seen it all in the Summer Wells case, from Don and Candace fighting on live stream, to the church removing all footage of Summer from their website, and completely
changing the way they broadcast their church services, some new and strange information comes to light. The information we're about to talk about comes in the form of a Facebook video on the Skyline News Facebook page. They have more than 51,000 followers, and a news website too. According to the website,
Okay, I'm sorry, but a news station should have more than 51,000 followers. I mean, if they're a legit news station, they would have thousands upon millions.
Skyline News is an investigative news team dedicated to truth, facts, and fair and balanced reporting. Skyline and their skills. So, it seems like the one journalist that works there does these opinion videos on different cases, and he gave some very interesting information recently. In his video, he said that he spoke to a young man who claims to have spoken to Don Wells just 3 hours after Summer went missing. Yes, you heard me right, 3 hours after Summer went missing. Don was concerned about Summer, and spoke about a book and the sacrifice. The young man further told the journalist that he needs to check out the horse pond, because Summer accidentally drowned. The man also told this reporter to check the last construction site that Don was working at. I'm going to play the video now, and would like your opinion on it.
Okay, notice the key word in that. The key word. Did anyone pick it up? That he said to look at Don's last construction site, not the current one. The last construction site. People miss these little words. They didn't say his current construction site. So Molly's not a genius. She's not a fucking psychic. Because if you would have listened, he said the last construction site. Just saying.
We had an opportunity to meet a young man. And I've got a message for that young man at the end of this here, and I'll share it with you. But that young man had a story to tell. And he told me, right out there in his driveway, after we were told to go see this person. And let me remind you, you've been looking for a red Toyota truck Tacoma with a ladder rack in the back of it, right? With some ladders in the back of it. We were told to go see this person, and we spoke with this person. And this person said that we should go to the horse pond, and he said that he spoke with Don Wells, which is the father of Summer Wells, approximately 3 hours is what he said, after she was gone missing. And that Mr. Wells had concerns about his daughter, but he talked about a book and talked about a sacrifice, okay? A sacrifice. That's what this man told me. So this is firsthand. He says he spoke with him directly 3 hours. Then he tells me as a reporter. And I say this as a reporter because that's important here in just a minute. So he goes on and says, you need to go check out the horse pond. And I said, where is the horse pond? He says, it's at Warrior Path.
Okay, here's my question. It happened 7 months ago. If she's not buried there, why would he need to check out the horse pond? Just asking. If she's allegedly buried somewhere else, then what would him checking out the horse pond have anything to do with the price of beans in China? Because that's about where we're at. The relevance, if she is not buried there, is completely moot. Like, the whole point is moot.
And that is kind of like a state park kind of thing where families go, they go horseback riding, they go in the lake out there and ride around and swim and so forth like this. But there is a certain area where a lot of families go that is a campsite area. And then there's another area that is a horse area. But other families go there to swim occasionally, okay? But he says that, this is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said, and we'll put this in print. But the man says that he was led to believe, okay, that this is what he thinks has happened. That, I have to be careful how I word this, that this is what he said. And I'm reporting to you what he said. He said that Summer Wells drowned at that horse pond. And when she drowned at that horse pond, the mother was upset about it and freaked out. And apparently it was an accident, okay? And in that accident, they brought the body home. Apparently nobody wanted to know anything was going on. That's what I got. And I asked that man that. Is that what you're saying? Nobody wanted to know? They didn't want anybody to know what was going on? He said yes. So he goes on and he says, I would go check the the last construction site that Mr. Wells worked at. And I said, okay, do you know where it is? He says, no. And I said, okay. And he was very adamant about it. He's no, just no. And that was it. And so I called around, and some neighbors that were in the area told me where Mr. Wells worked at, and it was for a Tucker building.
So that's twice now that we heard this person say his last construction site. Twice. Not once, twice now. His last construction site. Not his current one.
Building company. And I called Mr. Roger Tucker, who is the owner of that building company, and Mr. Tucker told us that he did work for him, he is no longer working for him, and that he would not answer any of our questions about where that construction site is, but that he confirmed that he is working with the FBI and the TBI in regards to this this entire incident. So, with that said, we didn't know where else to go. We couldn't take our investigation anyplace else. We could not go to the construction site because we weren't told where that construction site was, and nobody else would tell us.
That's it. The video ended. I don't know why it ended so quick, but it ended. Whoop. It just ended in the middle of it. I'm not really sure why. Okay. So my point is, the video was pretty clear on, he said, the last construction site. At no point was any 3 law enforcement officers ever mentioned. It is thrown out there as complete hearsay. But yet, for some reason, Marissa's viewer heard it as law enforcement has checked it out already, which was never said. That it was the current construction site, which was never said. But this is how rumors fly. This is how rumors start from something real and go into something completely absurd. He stated clearly that none of this is fact. He also stated clearly that this was something that he was told by an unnamed person, because he won't name the person. That right there rules out any credibility that he may have. But I go back to, again, there are 6,000 FBI, TBI, law enforcement that watched over this case. There's tons of people that have been interviewed. But this guy goes to some tiny little news reporter who's still looking for the red truck, the red Tacoma, and he knows. He doesn't go to the police. He doesn't go to the TBI. He goes right to some little Skyline guy who is coming up with the same theory that tons of other people have already come up with. Make this make sense for me, please. Because it's not, it's just, I can't believe people fucking believe this shit. We all knew exactly where Don was working at the beginning of the case on June 15th. That's a good point. He's totally confusing what he was told and the psychic reading who said it was a drowning at the horse pond at the amusement park. There is no amusement park. Several days before a panel got. Oh, MJL heard it and played it and bought it several days before. Those desperados will do and say anything to be on Molly. Yeah, it's crazy to me. Yeah, I'm not believing this guy for 1 second. Not for 1 second. And since when? I mean, they must be desperate for Molly and No Thanks to now hook up. Really? Okay. They fucking hated each other. Scanner busy? No, Molly said last night that she didn't want to hook up with any other creator Because she's the one that always gets burned and shit on. I about spit out my drink when I heard that. Literally. They covered all that months ago, location, LE and all. I totally agree with you, Amber. Scanner busy meaning what? Meaning that you're listening to the police scanner and it's not doing anything? What do you mean by scanner busy? What happened to my chat? Nobody's typing. A real reporter doesn't report rumors. It's exactly right, and they will give sources. They will absolutely give sources. It's full of inconsistency, mistakes, all complete rubbish. I absolutely agree with that. And I don't believe that they're even remotely being real. Hold on. All right. Skyline News. On Facebook. Ah. Their rating is a 3.3. They're out of Skyline. They have 38,000 likes. 2 people were here. Is an investigative team dedicated to fair and balanced reporting.
And so forth, and here we have real people's lives being destroyed, and they're doing God knows what to get these drugs, and then going down here to this place. One other thing, if you notice, and I don't think I mentioned this today, but I was speaking with some other people about this, but when we, around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, if you are on I-26 coming from Weaverville and trigger tense nationwide demonstrations that sometimes turn violent along racial lines.
Wrong video. Alright, this is it.
Get ready because we're certainly going to need you on this one. On your mark, get set, and we'll see you in a second. Hey, this is Chad Nesbitt with Skyline News. And let's see who's on there first tonight. Let's see. Sarah Long Smith, Steve Williamson. Let's see. The Summer Wells video, and we talk about that in extensive mode here, and I want to see what everybody's comments are about this as well. But they did find the 3rd juvenile that was running around loose out here in the Irwin Hills area, all around Lester Highway at Ingles Shop. Finding out some more information, and then we went down to the area and did a little... On the information that we found, we started digging up a little bit more stuff. And let me just, I don't know how to say this to everybody, but Skyline's a little bit different, and I want it to be that way. You can see news stuff in regards to these investigations all you want to, but when it's in our backyard and you see these national news medias come out in here to Rogersville, which is just an hour away from here, hour and a half away, just right below Kingsport, Tennessee. You see these news reports, and they are so generic. They are just basically da 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 da, d d d d d. This is what happened. But one thing that we noticed here at Skyline is that nobody that is a neighbor of the area or anybody that even lives there.
I have a question. Why? I know I shut the echo down. Why is this guy reporting from his car? I mean, this is the second report we've seen. He's always in his car. Do you not have an office? Do you not have a studio? Why are you in your car? Just curious. I mean, it's very hard to take this man seriously sitting in his car all the time as a news reporter.
There, Rogersville, would go on television and be interviewed. Nobody. As a matter of fact, I didn't see in any of the newspaper articles, we did not see anybody that was interviewed from the family, or I'm sorry, not the family, but from like neighbors or friends or friends of the family or just anybody in the area. And why is that? Well, we've been there twice now, and the whole area, let me see if I can explain this to y'all. If you're from Buncombe County, the area is like the Sandy Mush area, okay? And in Sandy Mush, everybody knows everybody in Sandy Mush. Even in Leicester, we all pretty much know each other out here. And it's a small knit community, okay? And in the Sandy Mush area, one money-making thing is meth. And it is, but again, it's like it is in the Marshall area. Now, there are good people there. Don't get me wrong. It's like the Sandy Mush area. There's great people, okay? But out there is great people too. Rogersville is, and it's, but there's God, I can't stress to you how much meth is out there. Now, let's talk about the Sheriff's Department. Now, the reason I'm giving you the background on this is so you can see where I'm going and what we found out toward the end, okay? You remember in Madison County, y'all tell me, y'all remember Mr. Ponder, the sheriff down there? What was his name? It was a tight-knit thing. And if you needed something so funny, when me and my friend Don Yelton went down there to see what was going on, we noticed that there was a big hole cut out in the wall. Literally, a hole cut out in the wall. And so, of the DMV. In my opinion, that's how it was. I see Don out there. But yeah, did not have a problem. Most want to turn themselves in because he got them. It would be bad. Well, he's talking about something else. But nevertheless, he was down there with me.
Wait a second. He's the one that said that he reported that he spotted Brian Laundrie. That's probably where 51,000 people came from, if that's the case. Aha. Now we know where this guy came from. When they reported about Brian Laundrie, FLA said the Skyline News wasn't a real reporter.
We saw that. It's a tight-knit community, okay? There's a lot of meth in that community, and there's a lot of good people in that community, and we could not have found what we found. There's some mean people down there in that area. And so anyway, we had the opportunity to meet a young man, and I've got a message for that young man at the end of this here, and I'll share it with you. But that young man had a story to tell, and he told me right out there in his driveway.
Okay, now I don't know if it's the addict in me that picked this up, but you just went through a 15-minute speech on meth out there and how bad the meth is and how everybody out there is getting high and it's so bad. But yet you're willing to trust somebody who just comes to you out of nowhere, but he's not on meth, right? Listen to what he says about it. I just remembered he does say something about it.
After we were told to go see this person. And let me remind you, you've been looking for a red Toyota truck Tacoma with a ladder rack in the back of it, right? With some ladders in the back of it. We were told to go see this person, and we spoke with this person. And this person said that we should go to the horse pond and that's what this man told me. So he spoke with Don Wells, which is the father of Summer Wells, approximately 3 hours is what he said, after she was gone missing. And
my frustration comes, why are you reporting this? If this was said 3 hours after she went missing, the TBI would have this information. It wouldn't come up 7 fucking months later. Give me a break.
That Mr. Wells had concerns about his daughter, but he talked about a book and talked about a sacrifice. Okay, a sacrifice. That's what this man told me. So this is firsthand. He says he spoke with him directly 3 hours. Then he tells me as a reporter, and I say this as a reporter because that's important here in just a minute. So he goes on and says, you need to go check out the horse pond. And I said, where is the horse pond? He thinks it's happened. That, I have to be careful how I word this, that this is what he said. And I'm reporting to you what he said. He said that Summer Wells drowned at that horse pond. And when she drowned at that horse pond, there it is. He says, no. I said, okay. And the site is, but and he confirmed that he is working else. We could not go to the looking around. The horse reporters were able to go up the culvert. And I'm telling you, I'm in stormwater management, and that culvert is stopped up. I think somebody needs to look in it. I think somebody needs to look at, I'm just shooting straight with you. I think there's an article of clothing that's there. Don't know if that has anything to do with anything or not. But from what I'm told, nobody from the sheriff's department has gone down there to see that. And I'd like to know why. Furthermore, the information that we have to give to the sheriff's department, they haven't returned our calls. And we've called them 3 times now. And nobody from the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department has reached back to Skyline News. I also want to ask the other reporters that have looked at this thing, and you've done a great job, but I think you should tell everybody why nobody wants to go on camera, because everybody's scared to death out there. They don't want people to know everybody's business. They're afraid somebody's going to come back and do something to them, okay? Even though that this is possible.
Welcome, Keep It Real. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really ever remember hearing a real news reporter say how other news reporters are doing such a great job. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't remember ever hearing reputable people do that, because reputable people don't do that. Am I right or am I wrong?
Possibly an accident, but it's possibly that the parents didn't want anybody to know that they were going to have their kids taken away from them, which the boys have been taken away, but that was after Summer was missing. So that's what's going on. Somebody said they don't want people poking around. You're exactly right, Danielle, and you're exactly right. In looking for people, we found at least 18. Somebody said one of our people said we found actually 22. We found 22 people in the past 2 years here. Just when we see the sheriff's department or whatever put up something online that says, can you find these people? We're missing, you got missing people. Then they're not asking us to, but we'll report it out to you good people. And when we report that, we start putting 2 and 2 together, and the family will call us and tell us what's going on. And we've been able to find them. But what we found on the smaller children, a lot of times there are a kid that would get hurt. They're not dead or anything. They would get hurt. They came from a broken family, not a good family at all. A lot of stuff going on in the family, drugs, excuse me, felonies, stuff like that. And the warrants on certain people in the household. And they don't want cops, so they're snooping around on a lot of stuff. But we've found that
I know. I heard that they were talking about going back to Tennessee. I don't even understand why, but hey, more power to you. You want to go back? Go back. Because if he we can shut him up. I'm just showing the point that, I mean, this guy is an idiot. And then people call into Marissa gloating how dead on this guy is. And that's why that was the whole point of my live. I mean, we can move on, but that was the whole point of my live. It's just showing that this guy is a fucking idiot. And nobody should take this guy seriously. Nobody. Like, please do not take this guy seriously. This guy is a fucking moron. Whoop. Total moron. And yeah, he's out of North Carolina. The Wells should get a restraining order. I absolutely agree. So does Destiny Lynn have the call, the police call? Is that what her latest video is? The police call? They're saying Molly and no thanks. Yeah, he's getting his news from anyone that'll talk to him. I heard that too, that he works in storm drainage. I had to call it out, Amber, because this is how rumors start. And no thanks, Molly, they just run with whatever they hear. And people like that. They'll get 1,000 people in their life just from straight up bullshit. She's collecting for the trip. Someone else said that. That's what someone made me watch the video for. That's what somebody made me watch the video for. Was that exact reason. To see if she was actually getting funds from it. Let me... what was I looking for? Oh, Destiny Lynn. All right, here it is. Here's the call. I have no idea. I don't talk to Molly. All right.
All right, so it's 4. On a girl named Cher's channel. Nuts. What if he's lying? This is ridiculous. I hope I'm not making a mistake. I'm not trying to cause trouble. 272-7121. Fine, here you go. Hi, I think, can you please, my name is Marissa Zadinsky. I'm calling from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Do you think you can send an officer or several to 110 Ben Hill Road? Okay, what's the difference? We just heard Don Wells saying that he has a bunch of guns under his bed, is what I heard. And he said, he talks to people on YouTube. And he was on a girl named Cher's channel, and then No Thanks Investigates. My name is Molly Golightly. I'm one of the people that protested down there.
Can I give you my name and number again?
Can you? He said he's got, and he's waiting for people to come and I can't remember his words. I've spoken to him several times, and when I was down there about 2 weeks ago, I spoke to Don and I asked him if he was thinking about hurting himself, because he did say something that was a little off,
protecting his family
and stuff like that. I said, "Are you thinking about harming yourself?" And he said, "No, no." So I think the guy is very close to losing his mind. And the thing is I'm Marissa Zadinsky. I'm Molly Golightly on YouTube. I'm not. My number is it's. All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, so, oh my God, Marissa, listen, I'm trying to help Doug out. If you tell them your name, your number, and what the concern is, it's all good. Call Doug. I don't know Doug's name. Can you tell?
I'm trying to right now.
Can someone go over to Doug's channel and say,
I'm there.
Tell him Molly just called the cops. They're sending dispatch on the way. I want, if anything, listen, Don, I sent
I'm
it.
there right
I don't
now.
want you to off yourself. I don't want you to off anybody. We just want to know the truth.
We want you to know it was Marissa.
Yeah, I do want it to know. If I called, Doug had a harder time. Well, you want to know something all I had to say was, my name is Marissa Zadinsky from Hershey. I'm one of the protesters. I've talked to him before. This is what he said.
Who's going to off himself, Doug or Don?
I don't know if they. I hopefully no one.
Wow. All I can say is fucking wow. Just wow. Why? Someone tell me why. Wow. So many things I want to say. All right, now what I want to hear.
Then he said he wanted to talk to Cher's dad, so.
Hawkins County about, they knew nothing about any bikers going, but they told me that I could contact Ronnie Lawson between 8 and 4 on Monday morning. So, because he doesn't work past. Mark there. Oh, Cher's over there. Oh, hi, Candace.
My God.
Time for what I go like they.
We just.
From her and then do reads like it's their information.
There is nothing in the world that will convince me these two are not meth heads. There's no one that can convince me. I look at them and I want to get high. They are like triggering. Her eyes, his weight loss. These two are meth heads. Sorry, not sorry.
And then there's something very interesting that like I said, I gotta wait a couple days to say, but there's
you have to say about you, sure, because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, anybody says a wrong word about you, I want their address. But,
like, he was respectful to you, though. Like, he might be angry because I don't kiss his butt, right, Dad? Some people want people that just are yes men behind them, and that's not...
Watch her mouth and her eyes. This chick is high as fuck.
Not me, and I've always been honest. Don, if you're still watching, I've always been honest. I've told him always my true feelings, but yet I've still tried to be there to, like, make things fair. I would...
Well, one of the points that he made is that you're running this YouTube thing. Is that what you're doing?
I'm on my podcast, but he knew that when he called me. He waited. He watches my podcast. He does this to all people on podcasts. He waits till they go live, and then he gets drunk and he calls into them. That's what he does.
So just like any other proprietor on the internet or whatever you want to call them, you're used to have to make some money up.
Supports them. So, do you mind answering? What do you feel about?
Late for anything from him in a long time.
Candy boobs.
Hey, Cotton Candy Boobs, how did you get that name?
So, okay. Dad, even though my dad didn't care, I have spoken with the head agent in TBI, and Don knows that. Don even told me that if I felt like he was...
Good, eh?
No.
The other one I'm seeing. What the government says they can tell us.
Slow mode is on to 120 seconds, guys.
So, weeks or months or years, whatever term you've just finished. So, shelter.
Oh,
shit. Would be an issue. Can you ask me that question again, please? I think I'm drifting away from that bit, but,
yeah, the hardest thing, the most challenging thing once you entered society after being released.
the most challenging thing, I guess, just, try to fit in without making a splash, sort of thing.
They're saying that you fit in here. They're telling you fit in. They said that you fit in here in this community. They love you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's
I'll
what
love back to you too.
they said. You have all of us, Pops.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. You have no idea what that means to me. The worst cruelty we've ever seen. And she says the same stuff about every case. And she's not right every time.
Yeah.
But they only show you the ones that she's right about on the show because the show is all about ratings. Right?
Yeah.
So they're only going to show the ones where she just
Welcome to the Crazy
right.
Train, Alice.
Now, I've seen a couple where she was wrong, completely wrong, and then she never spoke about it again, right? She went on to something new right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Allison's saying she's an entertainer, so that's kind of her thing, right? She's an entertainer.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she is. She's an entertainer. She's not to be taken seriously.
Mm.
And she's definitely, I mean, well, you know, she pretty much does on a much bigger scale what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. She gets opinions from all these people.
But I'm saying, look at their eyes. Their eyes, their mouths are twitching, their eyes are these two are high as fuck. But I was looking for where Don called in, and I don't see anywhere where Don called in. They're both high as fuck. Watch his head shake. Watch.
And she puts them all together and puts her spin on it. And that's what you get when you see Nancy Grace live.
Yeah.
But she's completely biased against criminals from the start.
Not yet, Casey.
Because
he will, though.
My understanding is that on her wedding night, her husband, who had just become her husband, was murdered.
Like, who stares that intently into a fucking phone call?
Right in front of her.
Or did she murder him? Be a reporter. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's in the beginning? All right.
Causing a circus, which...
I know, they're high as fuck.
Definitely are not happy. I don't believe that. So do you want to hop on here and I'll read the text early next week? Are you in there? 15 minutes before.
What the fuck you doing?
What are you doing? Not a creator. I don't
you're
come
a dumb bitch, just like the rest of them.
I'm a dumb bitch?
Just like me. You're no better than me.
I never said I was better than you, Don. What?
I'm just as dumb as you are. Oh, at least I can admit it.
Oh, no, I'm dumb. I know that.
Then why do you put out all that fucking hateful shit, man?
Because I'm so stupid.
Down.
Because I'm
Get
so
money.
stupid, Don. I'm just a stupid girl on YouTube.
Why you put up all this fucking hateful shit about my daughter and my family, man?
Let me know what's
I'm so
hateful.
sick of it.
What's hateful?
Oh, everything you put up's hateful.
Why are you so upset that I
Man,
would give
sent
Reverend
you two
Donna
beautiful-
some
Oh, look, hold up, Sharon. You ain't gonna weasel out of this shit.
weasel out of
I
what, Don?
sent you two beautiful pictures.
Yeah,
of pristine
you did.
Utah
I
where
posted them on
I
a
was
community
working
post. Yeah.
on private property,
Mhm.
and you put up there, I don't know what Don Wills means by this shit. Man, I said that to you as a friend.
Yeah, right, but we never, that's what I said. We
Private
didn't
fucking
discuss,
property up there.
we didn't
Do you
discuss.
know even know where that is?
No, you didn't tell me. You just sent the pictures and
Park
we didn't
City,
discuss them.
fucking Utah, on private property.
Okay.
Millionaire property.
Billionaire property.
Yes.
Okay. What is?
And you turned it into something bad. Why?
I didn't turn it into anything bad. You're the one who's taking it.
I don't know what this means. Like it's something mysterious.
Well, I can change that now. I can say that you just thought it was a.
With this? What do you? I'm Cher. I'm sorry, man. You with that fucking psychic, Reverend Donna Safrina. Did you hear all the evil shit that bitch was saying?
Serafina, Reverend Donna Serafina.
What a fucking whore.
Excuse me.
No, what a fucking whore.
Excuse me.
Take God's word.
Like your wife?
No, like you, bitch.
Oh.
Okay, so Don gives an opinion on this reverend. I can't call a psychic a reverend. I'm sorry, I just can't. So this psychic Donna Serafina, whatever, calls her a whore, and then she says, like your wife? Are we fucking 12? Regardless, you were friends with her not too long ago, weren't you there, Sherry? Yes, you were.
You don't know my wife.
Nope.
You don't, motherfucker. Man,
do you know your wife?
Man, fuck you, Cher.
Do you know your wife?
Yeah, I do know my wife.
Do you?
And I know how fucking her heart is egg every fucking
Then tell the
day.
truth about June 15th.
Man, fuck you. You don't know.
Tell the truth about June 15th.
Oh, what? So, some sorry motherfucker like you come up here and stole our daughter? Fuck you, bitch.
You're losing it.
Jealous and hateful.
You're losing it.
Every fucking way. It's probably somebody just like you, Cher.
You know.
Took our daughter because they're jealous.
Yeah.
My wife loves my daughter with every fucking ounce of energy that she has. You don't fucking know.
How often has she been out there looking for the daughter that she loves so much? How often has she been out there to search for the daughter she loves so much? Tell me, how many times has she been out there searching for her daughter?
As a matter of fact, shut up, Cher. Shut up, Cher. Man, you know what?
You're a joke, dude. You're a joke.
I will talk to your dad.
You want to talk to my dad? I'll call him right now. Do you want me to call him?
Out there. You're listening to fucking the psychic Donna.
No, stop. I'm gonna call. Since you want to talk like that to me, let me call my dad right now. Actually, let me get my dad on the phone.
I am done with you.
Nope. I'm gonna call him right now.
You call your dad. I will talk to your dad respectfully, but you done lost my respect.
All right. Well, I'm calling him right now. Give me a minute. Do not talk about. Don't even talk about me. I'll walk away. I'm gonna get my dad on the phone, and I'm gonna walk away.
No, listen to me. The only respect I have for you from now on is only because of your dad, and that's it. You got that? You have your dad call me.
He's not calling you. Okay. I don't know what's just gone. I don't even know what's happened. I booted myself out of studio. Can I call him right now? Yeah.
Hey, Cooter. Yeah, we'd all like to talk to Dawn.
Hold on, I'm trying to get him on the phone now.
I was trying to cash in on my daughter, bro. Yeah. It's sickening. It's so sickening. And they want to twist up and say that my wife don't care, I don't care, blah blah blah. We're so broken hearted, brother. You know, I'll be straight up with you, man. I mean, Cher told me a little bit about, you know, what you've been through, what you went to prison for and everything. And I have utmost respect for you. I want you to know that right away. Well, thank you.
All right, can someone explain what Vet Girl's talking about? Since Chris McDonough July 7, 2021 interview, teams have been established. They have. I didn't know everything was about a team. The use of YouTube creators to influence or go against that interview has been obvious. A 5-year-old little girl. Can someone translate that for me? Because I don't understand what she's talking about. Maybe because I've never been part of any team. So maybe you guys can help me. What the fuck that even means?
I don't know what to say to you, sir. I mean, I don't know what to say either. One thing I want to ask you is what is what's going through your mind when you wake up in the morning? What's the first thought you have when you wake up in the
The
morning?
first thought I have is the very first thought I have every night when I wake up to piss before I go to sleep. I go to sleep. I go to sleep every night praying for Summer and begging God and asking Him why.
Okay.
Who's that? And when I wake up, that's the first thought on my mind for the past 8 months.
Okay.
I love my daughter. We both love our daughter. It's the most horrific thing I've ever been through in my life. I mean, that's
How many
it,
kids
you know.
do you have, sir?
What's that, buddy?
How many children do you have, sir?
Well, we had 4. I mean, the welfare, I mean, it got so dangerous because of all this YouTube bullshit. We had all kind of psychics up here, and we had a gunfight down there, down the bottom of poverty, and you've seen all the shit that goes on and on and on and on. It's been dangerous. I have guns down there in my bed. I'm expecting people to come up here and open fire on us. We got bikers.
She went to go do a couple of hits, and that's now where her husband went.
Coming by today. About 10. How many bikers? 10 bikers come by today. Going by real slow and filming and shit because of fucking Ernie Shell's bullshit. That motherfucker and all these psychic motherfuckers. You know, I'm so fucking fed up. I don't even give a fuck anymore. I want
to say one thing to you. The question that I just asked you about what's your first thought when you wake up, I really do appreciate the way you answered that. You answered that the way I would have answered if my daughter was missing. But,
yes, sir. And I know, and I already know that because that's
okay,
I already know that. I already know
I
that.
want to say something else too. I asked Cher, my daughter. I asked her what the.
I'm telling you, I honestly have a really hard time watching her. She is so fucking high that it's sick. Like, just so fucking high. You could see her mouth moving, her throat moving. It is, I can't watch her.
The most important aspect of this case was to her a week or so ago, and she said finding your daughter is the most important aspect.
But why does she keep putting all this hateful stuff out there about us?
Well,
You know, I'm really upset with your daughter, and I just told her, Cher, I've lost all respect for you, but because of your daddy is the only reason I have any respect left for you at all. And I'm going with that. Am I live right now? I didn't know I was live, man. Nobody told me that.
Yeah,
Why am I live?
You called me in the middle of my
this
podcast.
This is supposed to be a one-on-one, man.
Okay.
You called me in the middle of my podcast, Don. We all know what you do, but I walked away. You're not.
Oh boy. Oh my god. I don't get it, because I haven't heard anything from Don for like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden he calls and he's all pissed off. I don't get it. I don't know if you guys can hear, but she's going off on Candace now. Holy. Yeah, Don told on himself with the guns thing. Oh, yeah, I think Donna did strike a nerve because, woof. Man, things are going nuts.
Okay. Now, please tell me what warranted police in that phone call. That's what I want to know. What warranted cops being called? Did I miss something? Of why they're freaking out about the cops? Because I didn't hear any reason that cops needed to be called. And in such a violent, crazy way, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Cops need to be called. We need to call the police. Private Donna cares. A lot of people would be arrested for slander. I agree with that too. Listening and hearing are two different skills. Ain't that the truth? Now, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to go through every single, chat. I mean, not chat, every single video. Kind of like, where did this come from? Where did this start from? I won't listen to Doug. He annoys me more than her. But I'm a little dumbfounded because none of this warranted a police call. Don was having a normal conversation. Don started a conversation because he was burned by Cher for no apparent reason. So, you know, what's funny to me, though, is Don, no thanks. They were all, I mean, not Don, Cher, no thanks, were all his buddy. They were buddies with Don. They brought him on panel all the time. They talked to him all the time. They were buddies with Benny. They were besties. They all hung out. And now, all of a sudden, Don is the Satan. Don hasn't changed one bit. But all of a sudden, Don's Satan? And all these people can't fathom ever talking to Don. But then you wonder why Don's like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, I can't blame him. Whether Don's guilty or not guilty is irrelevant. The point is, he hooked up with all these fucking idiots and then wonders why they turned on him. Well, you should have stuck with people that wouldn't do that. Sorry, not sorry. I'm the one person that you should have talked to from the beginning and you don't want to. So, deal with people like Sharon, no thanks, and Marissa. That's what you get, for real. They have been exploiting Don. Yes, Raven. I don't know if the cops went there or not. Sounds like Cher was talking the psychic crap. Yep. I don't believe in psychics that can pinpoint to a T like that. I just don't. My feeling is if you're that good, you'll be on the FBI. You won't be on YouTube. Nothing, Laura. These YouTube money-hungry asshats are freaking ignorant. Thank God we have you and a few others that have some freaking common sense. I agree with that, Tennessean. I really, truly do. Molly is not his parole officer. Nobody needed to call the police. That was not warranted at all. Wouldn't you have guns? Like, if everybody turned on you, hey, fine, Summer Wells, if everybody turned on you, wouldn't you have guns? I would. Yeah, exactly, Raven. Not only did they just call, they wanted everyone to call. There's nothing that warranted everyone to call at all whatsoever. He is violent. Okay, but Sarah, so is JLR. How come you didn't hear creators saying that they should call when they were in Tennessee? That Betty was saying she had a gun. Betty's a violent felon. You didn't see anybody calling in over it. They're going to get together and make more calls in the AM, they said. Hey, let them. They need, I don't know. It's legal to carry in Tennessee. It is, but I don't think if you're a felon. Exactly, Pine, and I've said that 1,000 times. I don't care if I have 100 people in here. If it's 100 people with a brain, I'm okay with it. Calling Ellie at 1 o'clock in the morning is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it's not warranted from what I just heard. Don has a right to be upset. He does. Don has a right to be pissed. Don has a right to be upset with Cher. He does. They've had many, many conversations. Many, many conversations. But for Doug and Molly to get involved, that screams for views. That screams for Super Chat. But the people that worship Molly, we saw the Shay 44, no offense Shay, who doesn't listen, didn't hear what the guy actually said, and couldn't determine that this guy was full of shit. That's scary in true crime. It really is. And to have a creator run with it and then sensationalize calling police, that's a problem. I'm sorry, but it is. And I would say that about anybody. That's a problem. That's not true crime. You're as bad as Skyline News. And everything is about sensationalizing. A little girl is missing. That's not sensationalism. That you have to curb where you sensationalize things. A little girl that's missing for 7 months is not sensationalizing. I'm sorry. It's just not. That's my opinion. She did it for her audience. I totally agree. Monica, I totally agree with that too. It's about time he gets mad. This is a long time coming. Totally, totally agree. Yeah, but Susie, she's not a violent felon. People believe in this crap are morons. I agree. Look how many people that have tried to hurt that. That's what I'm saying. They have every right to be mad. I would be mad. I mean, I get shit from YouTube community, you know, and it's frustrating, really frustrating. I can't even imagine getting it on the same scale as he has with a kid missing. They have done more harm than good in the name of summer. I absolutely agree with that. A lot of people have. I'm not going to blame just Molly. A lot of people have. They have not been found guilty. They should not be treated this way. I agree with that too. It was uncalled for. That's really why I wanted to hear it all. I wanted to listen to all of it and see what was warranted. If it was warranted, I wouldn't be having this conversation. If it was warranted, I would say, hey, I agree. I wouldn't call, but it is warranted. This wasn't warranted at all. She just wants to make headlines. I agree. Don needs to stay away from these YouTube channels. He went to the wrong ones, Peggy. They're all suspects, but you can't accuse without evidence. I mean, you can assume, you can think. I don't think there's a person in this case that doesn't think Candace knows something. So I think everyone's in agreement on that. But you can't just go around accusing people. Sorry, but you can't. Sure, doohickey. Doesn't that, yeah, on the 7th, I believe. Yeah, whoever came in and said it was cold, it's very cold. It was all hype. Doug could call the parole officer in the morning about the gun. Then Doug was nasty to Ellie he spoke with. This is a parole violation and that's it. Doug and Molly were very wrong. I just don't know why they even care about his parole violation. Leave him the fuck alone. Why would she discuss Princess medical condition? I don't know. You'd have to ask her that, hon. I have no idea. Personally, I don't think DW is responsible for his daughter's disappearance. It is not a parole violation. He has a legal black powder gun. There you go. If he's arrested for a firearm prior to court, he will be in big trouble. Thank you, Moody. No, did you read Lucy's World? She said it's not a parole violation. He has a legal black powder gun. Then they're really wasting their time because he's got a legal gun. 423 Chase was arrested at the same time as Don on the DUI night. Coincidence. What was he arrested for? I never liked 423 Chase. I think the guy's a moron. But what was he arrested for? Why did Benny get swatted? Molly needs to leave Don alone or quit trying to get him arrested. I agree with that too. 100%. And he seems like the type that would go live with them there if they really were. All hype for views and to have everyone to call. They said this is a different gun. How would they know it's a different gun? He knows something. Doug needs to understand each state has their own laws. That is true. Phoebe, I agree with that. Phoebe, I absolutely agree with that. Don and Candace feel like sitting ducks at times, and I agree. Okay, they weren't arrested at the same time. One was October and one was November. People have no business at their house. I agree. I mean, I drove by it. I just think it's so far left. They're saying Benny did. Okay, but here we go. Would you not be a mess? Like, would you literally not be a mess? Oh, Benny SWAT was never proven. Don said he had a gun. But why is this anybody's business? If Don has a gun, Don has had a gun for a long time. It's not new. Maybe Don just... I once said I had a gun when I didn't. It's to protect yourself. You got all these people coming at you, you're gonna get a gun. And you're gonna fucking protect yourself. I'm sorry, but that's a smart thing to do. That's not the wrong thing to do. You gotta protect yourself, plain and simple. Driving by is not bothering them. It is called crime community, no drama community. It actually gets me really sick to my stomach. That's what I'm saying. I feel like half these people... I mean, I've tried watching him, no thanks. He's boring as fuck to me. I don't get why he's got 1,000 people in there. I think he's a wannabe AB, honestly. Like, I think the guy's an idiot. That's just my opinion. I'll agree with that too, Rose. You want people to think you're armed and ready for threats. Absolutely. You do have a right to protect yourself. Especially in his situation. Oh, Moody, it's your first time in here? Well, welcome. Welcome to the dark side. Exactly, when so many people are convinced that they did something. Totally agree with that too, Steph. Honey, I said the same thing. If one of my children was missing, trust me, I would be high as fuck. Or drunk or something. They get separated. C12, that's such a bullshit mentality. Nobody's going to talk just because they're separated. If that was the case, if they really believe that to be the case, then LE would have separated them. I think LE knows more than a lot of us. And when I say LE, I don't mean local law enforcement. I mean FBI, TBI, the thousands of officers that were there. I'm sure many of them thought that if that was a good strategy, they would have tried it. It's obviously not a good strategy, or they would have tried it. That's my opinion. No thanks, X12. I agree with that. No guns under his bed, his mattress is on the floor. That's a good point, too. It was messed up seeing Cher smiling when Don found out she was live. The gun charge was before Summer went missing. I don't remember. Tell you the truth, I don't know that answer. Hey, Snooks. All the crazies out there, I'd be terrified of something coming in my house. I would too. Exactly. TBI is search. They stop listening to what Betty thinks, because again, if TBI, FBI, LE, if they thought that separating them would get answers, I'm sure they would have done it. That's where you need to put some credibility into the law. And that's where this case gets lost. Because do I consider myself a good sleuth? Yes. Do I consider chasing truth a good sleuth? Yes. Do I consider a lot of people, not a lot, a couple of people good sleuths? Yes. But part of being a good sleuth is knowing you're not smarter than 6,000 law enforcement officers. You're just not. We may be smarter than some cops, textbook cops. Like, I know I'm smarter than my brother when it comes to true crime, and he's been a cop 21 years. But he's not street smart. He just learned how to be a cop. But he's never been, like, a drug addict or anything like that. Or a hustler. You know, he's always been a good student, and he just doesn't have that street smart. So, are there cops that, yeah, we're going to be smarter than? Absolutely. But not 6,000 of them. We're not going to be smarter than every TBI or FBI. And if they thought that was a good plan, they would have implemented it. But they obviously didn't think there was anything to it. So, my sound is fine. Blowhard Betty is an idiot. I agree. Well, she thinks she's so much smarter than everybody. But like I said, hey, Army Strong, but being a good sleuth means that you know when you're not above. You know, it's like me trying to say to Chris McDonough that I know how to interrogate people better than he does. That would be the most ignorant thing I could possibly say. I may say that I'm a little more street smart because he's probably never been into drugs or worked the streets, but you'll never hear me say that I can interrogate better than him or I can investigate better than him. Never happen. That would be ignorant. It's kind of like saying I can do better Google Maps than Gray Hughes. Nope, sure can't. You know, but I'm just saying, like, that's the difference between me and most. I'm not narcissistic where I can't admit that. I can absolutely admit that. You know, and I know a lot of people can't. They want to think they're so much smarter. No, being smart means that you know when you're defeated. Like, it's the best way I can put it. I've tried, honey. He won't talk to me. I've been trying to make him talk to me for months. He won't talk to me, except one time on a jail panel. Thank you, Snooks. It's because they have the facts and physical evidence. Yep. Yeah, there's evidence that I'm sure Ellie has that we don't have, or we're not even privy to. And that's another thing people forget. People think that, you know, yeah, I'm going to shut down soon. I'm getting really tired. But people think that, you know, we're privy to everything. We're not privy to everything. Even if they did separate them, they would still stick to the highly rehearsed story they have. I'll agree with that too. If it's highly rehearsed. If. We don't know. If. Being smart is no one to shut up. Absolutely. But Peggy, I've been on his side. I'd be the best person to talk to instead of all these fucking lowlifes that he keeps talking to. Half of them are trying to trigger him and want the reaction for views. It's really sad. It doesn't help the case at all. I totally agree. 100% agree. When you had your first interview the night Dom was drunk and you and MGL, what were your thoughts and what was my objective? It was really hard because I knew this might be the only time I ever talked to him, so I just wanted to keep him talking. And in keeping him talking, like when he said that, you know, he got 7 alibis and she has none, what I was trying not to do is get him upset. I was trying not to trigger him. I was trying to make sure that he remained calm and just kept talking. And, you know, when Molly was throwing him off, I wanted to kick her. Like, shh, just let me handle this. I just wanted to keep him calm and talking. Because the more you talk, the more I can change up the questions a little. That was my objective. Well, we know how she freaked out Raven when she thought Don came looking for her. They go there, get them fired up. They were doing good. They were working together. Who? So who are we talking about? No, someone asked me what was my objective when I was talking to Don Wells. Let your silence speak for itself too. True. But now when you're interviewing someone, you don't want to be silent. You want them to keep talking. I'm sure that was an expression. He doesn't have a hidden arsenal. He probably has something for protection. Yeah, he may have just said it. Like, he literally may have just said it. She already said she would go to a hotel. He doesn't know. She doesn't even know what confidentiality is. It's true, too. I am sorry for them. I do feel bad for them. It's gotten to the point that it's overkill already. It really is. And what's even sadder is 75% of the Summer Wells community doesn't care. They want him. They want the sensationalism. They want the bullshit. They want to fly into the bullshit because very few of us actually report facts and not buy into all the nonsense. And there's very few of us. There are some of us, but there's very few of us. Don does have a channel. It is, which is another thing I want to go over, but I'm too tired now. Don Wells, the Don Wells family channel. I think it's what it's called. It's not, I mean, he doesn't do the channel though. But Anna, I don't care if he has guns. Why do I care if Don Wells has guns to protect himself? The Wells, I think it's a Don Wells family channel. I get the hiccups. Why would I give a shit if Don Wells has guns? He's not going to fucking kill Candace. And I can assure you, he didn't just get guns today. He's probably had those guns for a long time. That's why I don't understand why people are freaking out. Do you think he just got those guns today? No. Either way, the police call was not warranted at all whatsoever. He was perfectly calm when he was talking to Cher's dad. AF and who's AF? I mean, it's a nice website. Not a website. It's a nice page. There's nice videos on it. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if he's got a gun. He ain't got fucking... He's not a violent felon. Like, he's not into armed robbery and shit. He's a drunk. That's his biggest problem. He's a drunk. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them either. Like, they're not my best friends. A.F. Pennington? Oh, from the church? I live in the hollers. How does reporting him for guns help find Summer? Exactly. It doesn't, but it helps their channel grow. Exactly, Hounds. Why be concerned they're not doing anything wrong? Because, Anna, it's just not a concern to the general public that Don has a gun. Don is not a murderer. He's not a rapist. And I'm talking convictions. He's not any of the things that people... Like, I know there's laws against felon having guns. Don't get me wrong. I get there's laws. But I just think it's a little over the top to worry so much about a man and a woman who's targeted as much as they are to say, oh, he can't have a gun. Like, I don't give a shit if he's got a gun. He is a mean drunk. I'm not saying he's a good person. You'll never hear me say he's a good person. I don't think Don thinks he's a good person. But that doesn't mean he killed his daughter. And, you know, I've said this before. You get a lot further with honey than you will with a bag of shit. You keep throwing shit at somebody, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just not. But 40 minutes for police to... Oh, they did get there, though? And what'd they find out? Did they arrest him? No. AF doesn't run it. They've just used her content before. Well, whoever makes their videos, they have good videos. Don will never said going to hurt himself or his wife. No help till police arrive. So did the police come? Is it... Exactly, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Why don't people encourage Don to get help? I'm a positive person. I believe in people trying to lift people up. Thank you, honey hush. He's made his mistakes just like the rest of us. And he needs help. When Don is sober, he's not such a bad guy. So after your objective to keep talking is totally the right thing to do. After, what did you think about the interview? Is that when you decided they're not? No, I've always said they weren't guilty. I've said it from day one. Enough evidence has not been presented to me to say that he's guilty or that she's guilty. I personally just don't have enough evidence to say guilty. I am a very, very strong believer in innocent till proven guilty and not based on circumstantial evidence. What goes around comes around. Just watch these people get what comes around. Which people? You can be an asshole, doesn't mean you're guilty. Case is making everybody upset. We need answers. Kay, my email is, let me write it. Or PURPLEXEDQT@gmail.com. Someone breaks my home. It takes 40 minutes to get there. Shouldn't I be able to protect myself? Damn right. Yeah, if it was illegal, he would have been taken. Like, he would have been arrested. He absolutely would have been arrested. So that's why I'm not giving much merit to it. Oh, MGLJR and Company. So, all right, I'm going to shut down now. I'm exhausted. I really wanted to clear up that bullshit. When I heard that on MGL, I cringed. I said, wow, this girl can't be this bad. He did, no. He never admitted that to Mary. It was actually quite the opposite. Literally quite the opposite. He said to Mary, I don't know where this rumor started from. He said to Mary, something about, I don't remember exactly, but said to Mary, please tell them I did not do this to you. And she said, you did not. I don't remember exactly how it went, but somehow the rumor twisted that he admitted it to Mary. That's a false rumor. It has turned into a witch hunt. Yeah, we know. A couple of people did. Oh, it's okay, Kiki. A couple of people did, Gamer Guy. No Thanks did. No Thanks did. Marissa did. Absolutely, C12. Getting people fired, tormenting, and not wanting someone to be able to protect themselves. Good point. Jill says, keep putting her name out there. Yeah, that's what she wants. Yeah, having a difference of opinion is okay. But I agree with Violet Lilac. Missed the beginning, so I catch a replay. And the police aren't doing anything. Yeah, so that right there, hey Anita, that right there says volumes. So the cops were there, they left without arresting Don. There's nothing wrong with Don. Plain and simple. So Don doesn't have all the arsenal. There was no reason to call the police. You just wasted 40 minutes of the police time. Because let me also, before I go, let me say something else that people may not know. And I was there. So this isn't going from, so I was there personally. Rogersville police to all the way where Don and Candace are is about 40 minutes. So unless they're actually in the area, I mean, they live really fucking far. I don't know why there's not a satellite office somewhere like in the hills per se, because it is really far. I was surprised how far it was. It took us, I think, 30 minutes to get from, yeah, it was about 30 minutes to get from the police station or the sheriff's office to Allie's house. And Allie and Summer are about 20 minutes apart. So for them to call the police, and Marissa was there. Marissa knows this. You're that far away from Summer. I mean, knowing that the police station is that far away, why are you wasting their time? What if they, I mean, this isn't a big area. This isn't New York City. They don't have tons of cops everywhere. This is a small fucking area. And, I mean, it's not very small, but it's very spread out. And Marissa knows this. You don't waste cops' time because they could have been somewhere else, you know? Thank you. Mary was terrorized by but not SA by Don. Correct. Son called in about 5 minutes in it. It is wasting Elliot time. You're welcome, Peggy. And also, when you guys join Discord, you have to join with your YouTube name. It's the only way I can check. So you have to, when you come in, the link is on my community page, but when you come in, it's got to be your YouTube name. All right? And that's for your protection, not for mine. So, all right, I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to get some sleep. We got cleaning this weekend, and I got to do the website. That's why I haven't really pushed candles this weekend, because I have to work on the website, and I have to get that done. And I'm caught up with candles. I think I have like 1 or 2 more to make, but I'm caught up. Next week, starting Monday, I'm going to start pushing the Valentine's Day candles and do a whole campaign, so on and so forth. Where's the Jewel Smoke and Red Kool-Aid? I haven't had Red Kool-Aid much, and I don't use Jewel. I use a regular vape. So, you're out. But, all right, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Get a good night's sleep. Destiny Lynn, I played your video. I played a lot of videos tonight. I hope I don't get struck. So, I'll see you guys later. Peace.